Hello and welcome to Comic Book Creative Writing. My name is Stephen and today I will be showing you how to turn your blank comic into something like this. Comics, like Marvel or DC for example, often look very cool, but they also have some amazing stories. Stories that you don't find in normal books. So the challenge for you today is to create a weird and crazy story, something that could become an amazing comic. It could be a new superhero, it could be sci-fi, or it could be anything. To make a comic, you don't need to be the best at English, and you don't need to be the best at drawing pictures. Just have some fun and try to use your imagination. If you look on this side of the worksheet, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of pictures. Each set has 9 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's important to know that each picture could mean anything you want it to. For example, look at this picture. What do you see? It's an elephant, right? How can this picture help you make a story? Well, this picture could mean an elephant, but it could also mean a zoo, a safari, or maybe the story is in Africa or India where there are many elephants. Maybe the elephant can talk. Maybe the elephant can speak English. Maybe he was a person who was turned into an elephant by an evil witch. There could be many ideas, and that is why you will need to use your imagination. The very first thing we should do is choose a set of pictures. Look carefully at each set, which one does your imagination like best. I will give you 1 minute to choose. Now that you have chosen a set, you can begin to imagine what your story is going to be about. A story has something called a story arc. A simple story arc has 3 parts to it. The first part is called the exposition. This is the beginning of the story. To plan the beginning of your comic, choose 2 or 3 pictures from your set. Mark them with numbers. For example, I will begin with this picture And this picture will be next. And this one too. Now I will give you 1 minute to choose which pictures will help create the beginning of your story. So now that we have chosen our first pictures, let's choose the next part. The second part of the story arc is called the conflict. This is often where the main problem of the story is. So let's think about which pictures can help create the main problem in your story. Choose 3 or 4 pictures and number them too. Let's take another minute to choose. The final part of your story is the resolution. This is where the main problem is fixed and everyone is happy. You may choose to have an open ending, which means we don't know the ending. We don't know what happens. So we have to imagine what would happen next. Let's have 2 minutes now. you can choose the order of the last pictures and then check all the pictures again to make sure you are happy with your story. We are almost ready to begin writing sentences for our comics. But before we do, there is one more thing we can look at. These are words we can use to join two sentences together. This helps make our English writing better and easier to read. Here's one example of how they can help. Try to use these words to begin your sentences, or join two sentences together to make one super sentence. I think you are now ready to begin your story. You should write at least one or two sentences for each picture, but if you want to do more, you can. I will give you 15 minutes to write your story. Let's begin. Now that you have finished your story, you can begin to draw your comic. Make sure that your comic matches your sentences. If you are like me and really bad at drawing, don't worry. It's still fun to make a comic. Let's draw our comics for the time we have left in your class. But you can always finish the comics after the class. I hope your comics turn out great and you have fun with them. Thanks for trying to make awesome comics and take care. Bye bye for now.